I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich. Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a marvellous day today. Today we're going to be playing American Truck. I do think I need to change my paint job. So we're going to do that first, because I think we're still rocking a Christmas themed paint job. We are. And since I can do that, we'll do that. Hello to Laura, Kendall, Kay, Shull, Bry and Shalette. Hope you're well. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll service first because I'm pretty sure, yeah. We'll do that. Simple. I've only done 324,000 miles and we're in mint condition. We're a grade 10 card. Excellent. Let's go here. And get our flames back. How about that? Although that does look kind of cool. Simplistic but cool. Where be... It's alright. Nah, where are flames at? Give me my fire. Thank you, Hannibal Inches In, for the suffering. I appreciate that. There is this version of fire, but it's nowhere near as cool as the original, which is this one. That's the classic look, so we're going to go with that. Just check the interior. Okay, we have interior stuff to change as well, quickly. Something good. Well, it was a Super Bowl, so we'll go with a ball. Because, yeah, ball. Get rid of that. Change it for a plushy. Hanley. Change that. Because we're English and our food is beige. Anything else festive I don't know about? Don't see anything else. I think we're okay. We actually get paid 6 grand back. That's a win. Excuse me. Watched the halftime show and it was awesome. I wanted to watch Super Bowl but had to work. I didn't watch it. I heard about the halftime show with that. I don't know what she is, but that. Favour the drinks, I believe. So do exclamation mark whiskey and we'll be sure to pour a glass. Yeah, I don't know anything about anything really. Is there slep here? There is not. Okay. There is slep, not so far away. Get rid of that. Bad Bunny, that was it, yeah. I couldn't remember her name because I remember, I think it was a year or two ago, a lot of, was it adult content concerning her did its rounds? That's the only thing I know about her. I know nothing of her music. I don't really listen to that genre either. That's not a dig. It's like Lady Gaga. I know of her music, but I don't listen to it. I'm not remotely interested in her music at all. But I'm not going to judge. Tomatin, very good choice. I know that there was a thing, I saw an article today of Green Day, because they did a halftime show for something, and they were actually being praised for not making their songs political, and I was like, okay, so what they do at the moment is usually they take American Idiot and they put a lot of Trump stuff in it, anti-Trump stuff in it. Well, They could have gotten away with it in their state. They were, they could have gotten away with it. It's fine. But to say it's not political anyway is redundant because the songs they played were all, except for Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Holiday and American Idiot are heavily political songs. So they just don't need to add more to it, which is what they've been doing. Hello, Katie Louise. Hope you're well. I know some old Gaga songs, and that's about it as well. Hannibal, I'm with you on that. Her change. That. There it is. Let's get ourselves a job. Bad baby? Fair enough. Honk honk, hi Kitty, hope you're well. I was slightly worried when I turned this on that I'd have to reset all the buttons, by the way, because the controls had all my DLCs decided that now would be a good time to. Why is it price? Right, that's better. Too far. Might Yergada Missoula? Maybe? Bit far, I think. I'm not going to risk it. Lake Charles in Louisiana. Crossing into Texas for it. That's interesting. We'll do that. Yeah. Let's do that. There's a difference between political and exactly that favour. I agree. I'll take your word for that, Hannibal. I'm not familiar. I'm really not. I just know these people exist, you know? But is she the one that got... She sat on her OF and she... Is that her? And did it just not long after being 18 anyway? Oh, hang on, is it here? Road. Oh no, that is the road there. I couldn't tell. Sorry, my lights aren't on. I don't want to get a fight. I couldn't tell because the roads are a bit... Well, they're not standard. Hello, Farrah Trout. Hope you're well. Not your kind of music. The right team won. And the Seahawks won, yes. They won quite convincingly, didn't they? From what I saw on the score anyway. That was... Yeah. You were right to call it that way. I just expected the Patriots to win because Patriots. Not that it matters to me. Hoping they would win. I'm glad they did. Well, that's fantastic then. I'm glad then the right team won. How fast are we going here? 25. Yay for speed. How is everyone today? Hope your Monday's been good. I actually got back a lot earlier for today, for this stream, because I took my scooter to work. I have a scooter. I took it to work. I rode it home, basically. Did that. And got here about half an hour ago. Hello, Nice Starry. Hope you're well. But that 30 minutes gave me a chance to have something to eat and tickle my nieces because I'm a good uncle. Wind them up before they left. In case anyone's wondering, there's only one dog here, only Wizzy Woo, because Mia has done a mischief. She has got this new habit where she goes up to all the dining room tables, chairs, and she rubs her back up against them, underneath them that is. Well, by doing so, she shredded her back and made it red raw again. And my sister is so upset about this because there's not much she can do to stop her doing it. There's not much any of us can do to stop a bulldog from doing something to hurt themselves beyond spending time with them, and I spent most of my day with Mia anyway. When they get really bored and they stress themselves out from it, lonely, they do that. But I had been with her most of the day. I'd gone to work and come home early and found out she'd done herself a mischief, and no, she doesn't have worms. I wish it was that simple though. Things would be so much easier if it was. She does it on purpose, and my sister gets very upset about it. It's her dog. that Mia's done some damage again, so so none of the other dogs, only Wizzy Boo's up here this evening. I've missed it, haven't I? Can't. I have missed it, but only just. Whatever the alert was. Ah, Laura, there it is. Bad Bunny is a man. Are they? I will take your word for it. I thought it was a female singer. My mistake. This is how little I pay attention. I remember seeing a picture on Twitter of a female with like an afro, and that's who I thought it was. Thank you for clarifying, because I didn't know. That's the button. Turn the engine on. And off we go. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. That was really lovely of you. How's it itch? Yeah, so that's what you think it is, just an itch. But it's a weird one because we can't help her. Go and spend time around her because she's done that damage. The other dogs, they'll start to agitate her, so they've got to be separated for a day. Mia just does it annoyingly because there's no medical issue, and it's bulldog. She's just, yeah. She does it and then she just can't stop. And it's a very common English bulldog problem with their skin. Got the celebrities, just nothing that tickles me. Yeah, I don't really care for the celebrity thing. I care about musicians when they make songs I like, and that's about the extent of my willingness to participate in what is considered celebrity. I was for the longest time a big fan of Green Day, and as much as I wanted to give Billy Joe benefit of the doubt, him constantly relapsing, I found it to be a hypocrisy thing on his part, that he would constantly make these bad choices. And I know the reasons behind it, I fully understood, but it felt really hypocritical for him to preach when he couldn't practice it. And it wasn't even from a place of honesty. And then to constantly blame others for the world's issues, I am not okay with that. So I was done with that. Still like Green Day to an extent, though. Hello, Commander Wolf. Wolf? Yes, Wolf. There's an L. Hello, Commander Wolf. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. If you just hit the follow, by the way, thank you very much for that. I don't have an alert on my top screen, I'm afraid. I only have the chats, so I couldn't tell what it was. For some reason, the chat itself only tells me via bot if someone subscribes, and I don't know why I don't have one for follow as well. You'd like to keep it one or two of them. Nothing wrong with that, Shalette. Nothing wrong with that. Prince was the only decent half-time show. That was a while ago. I like Prince. Always liked Prince. AliExpress was the only site that sold a version of his guitar left-handed. I can go. Left-handed. The Cloud guitar. Because LTD never made... ESP, sorry, never made a left-handed version of Symbol or Cloud, which sucked. You're the 10-year-old about to have issues. Well, hopefully, once they've been grounded and punished accordingly by making them cut the grass with a pair of plastic scissors, they'll learn their lesson and do as you tell them. Hello, Kendall. Hope you're well. Yes, R.I.P. to Prince. Right, let's get on the road. I can take a watch off because it's bothering me. Should be a nice easy journey now. Hopefully. 6th grade we had to bring our favourite song. I brought Boulevard Broken Dreams. It's a good song, Hannibal. It really is a really good song. I'm going to get weight checked every single time. Just a heads up. You know it's going to happen. Now it's happened once. It's going to happen again. And it's a nightmare because this is harder to get up to speed. So I'll do it on purpose. But we'll do the weigh-in anyway. Excuse me. Um, grounding doesn't help. It's unfortunate. I guess the only other option available to you is getting some Veet hair removal and slapping on top of their head. Make him look like a monk. Who said that? Hi, Zom Broccoli. Hope you're well. Haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, Hannibal, I like the song. It is good. It's a very odd finish to the song, to be as aggressive as it is. I like it. There was an alternative version of that had somebody took the chorus for Eminem's "Sing for the Moment," I think, and they put that there instead of the end that it normally has. I like that. I prefer the "Sing for the Moment" one. I think it sounds better. Already having issues. Cut one at work, and the other finger has skin pulled off with some tape, and both. Well, that sucks. I get up to speed before I start wibbling. Also, we need a fuel stop, don't we? Sorry for the dry cough. I haven't poured the Tomatin. That's my fault. Not that it would help with the dry cough. Okay. Hopefully we get a fuel stop soon, or this is going to be a very embarrassing affair. They're not the worst ideas for punishments. You are the mother after all, and what you do is always the best solution. I just give bad options because I'm a terrible person. It bothers me everyone after I brought it, listened to it. Continuing bullying. That seems a bit ironic, really, doesn't it? Bullying sucks. No, it's not okay. It's cruise control. Here it is. Hello, Tails Doll. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. How are we doing on speed? It's 65. Special spot for me and my husband. We were on a road trip and made a parody about the lonely crow. He crows alone. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. It's very cool as well. Crap. I'll take the exit, haven't I? Rumble. Snarky mood. No, snarky mood. I'm nothing wrong with that, should that? As long as you're okay. Sleep, though, is a myth from what I've discovered of late. I woke up during the night and thought there was a centipede crawling under the rug in my room. There wasn't. It was literally a strand of what's it called? Cord. From like, not cord, but string, I guess, from a hem on my hoodie that had come off. Oh, I have to also work tonight. Ah, you're on edge. Well, you know you've done the best you can. Don't worry about it. Your hard work will pay off. Okay. This is tedious. Sips on drink. Delicious. Cool. Glad it wasn't centipede. I'm not really bothered by bugs, so I reached down and poked. If it was a centipede that had reacted, I think I'd call into question the quality of the cleanliness of my own bedroom. I did, though, get up out of my bed just to put that piece of string, I guess, in the bin. I was kind of baffled the fact that my mind went to it. Never mind. I didn't really stay up late last night anyway, and didn't sleep much, to be honest. I should have just stayed awake and played on games all night. Should have done that instead, just because I couldn't rest. Scorpion. I've never seen a scorpion in real life. I've never seen one. We're a third of the way through our final bar of fuel. We could do with some fuel. Brit and Nosy, I'm not poking it unless I know what it is. We English, we will just poke or grab it. Because our view is generally, if you're in my room, you're inconveniencing me. Years ago at university, we lived in a house off campus. Last year I lived anyway in this massive room. It was great. I never had a big room. I still haven't to this day had a room anywhere near equal to that size. I've always had the box room. Well, I heard a scratching, and it turns out a mouse had bored its way through the skirting board. I didn't know it was a mouse, so at like 1 in the morning, I heard something next to my bed, and I sort of looked down and I thought, I can grab that. So I did. I just grabbed it. I didn't kill the mouse, just to be clear. No killing. I just grabbed the mouse, and I walked downstairs in my pajamas. I walked out the back door, and I put them in the garden. I then went back into my room with some expandable foam and shot it into the cavity they created. And went to bed. And when it cured in the morning, took a modelling knife to it and just carved it, and then used some paint to hide it. I know you shouldn't touch it, but my view is you're in my way, you're inconveniencing me, so I should be allowed to do something. By the way, my cruise control's at 58. Yeah, how much faster are they going after backing me up? That is some serious speeding, by the way. Yeah, we like to touch things, and if we know it can kill us, we'll smash it. Why? Because we're English. It's in our nature to. It's a 65, and you're doing what? Now you can see yourself out. No, I won't be having that. Get out of my way, dick. British have a history with plagues. Oh no, we found a cure for that. Cure for like bubonic plague was just paracetamol, wasn't it? Was it paracetamol or something like that? Like the cure is so simple. When we found it, it was amazing. Was it aspirin? On the road, do you pick it up? Yes. And then I put them on their back and spin them and have a Beyblade battle with the other ones. No, I wouldn't know anything about that. That's not a thing here. Also, we have a tortoise thing in the house called Burper. The only mould we eat is the same mould that created Lady Dimitrescu. Why? 2 gigantic reasons. I see the fuel stops a bit different here. Okay. That is an oddity. Fill me. Doesn't sound right, does it? Too humid. Ah. Both spellings are correct, Shillette. You're quite right. One stream away from 50 streak. I can cop on the TV saying he's one day from retirement. Anyone got a Nerf gun? Want to take a shot at Favor 6 there? We're gonna hit it. We have found a secret road. Oh, nice. That was handy. Secret passage is always the best one, is it not? Uh-oh. Okay, back on the road, guys. We have those grabby hands too. On broccoli, we call them pogs. Just fling them back and slap them on top of spiders. If they're venomous, anyway. Nah, we don't. It'd be a waste of a perfectly good pog slap hand. Pogs that had the slap hand thing? You bend back, slap down on top of things to make it flip. Can't remember. Either they'll just drop a bunch of pickup sticks on them. Spiders are useless once you do that because they have no idea how to get out of it. So what did Meg do today? Meg had work, and then obviously overtime today. Meg glued together. Though they were glued, the glue seemed to have come undone. The paint pot racks laser cut for me by massing out. They're glued now with Gorilla Glue. PVA, or wood glue. Yeah. I brought my resin printer up here. It's in the living room. I will put it in the office soon. Once I'm in a position where I want to try it out with one of the large power banks, because if I can get it to work on one of those and it doesn't overload or anything, I'd be tempted to use it more often to print stuff. Because I know that the filament printer will require heat, that requires more energy. So if I couldn't find a better path forward, why not? I brought the printer up here and the curing chambers and all that, and that's about it really. Actually, made a couple videos and made a video and 2 shorts. Go from that. Meg only aims for Germans, I heard. In a while. Everyone has a type, I guess. Although, we'll certainly make it a point if you go to Wales to go with the, we'll get the gel blaster that Laura sent, I think? Yes. And go Hannibal hunting. I'll make sure David brings his Nerf gun too, since it's in my living room here. After my appointment, I shall know if I'm good. Go back to work. Well, fingers crossed for you, Kendall. Fingers crossed. I hope you're able to. I hope you're able to get your life back to normal. Yeah. You deserve that at this point. You've certainly endured enough. Yep. Okay, we're at the speed limit. Whole secret mission, huh? We English are very good at sniffing out the foreigners. Yeah, you can tell if if they're like bloodhounds because they all vote reform. Their slogan is "If in doubt, kick 'em out." You know. Candle's doing a mischief behind me, and I want to make sure it doesn't burn the plastic. Give me a second. Sorry, I just noticed I could smell something where a candle goes wonky and burns weirdly. 8-hour ones are temperamental for it. Oh, lag. Unlag. Unlag yourself. There we go. Thank you. All I know is I don't want to do this again. Fingers crossed you don't have to. Fingers crossed. You'll be fine though, okay? Am I gonna go into the other lane? No, because I'm catching up with them and I don't want them to, they're turning off, so I'll wait for them to do that and I'll go into that lane. There we go. We should be good for a while on this now without needing to turn off. We were, yeah, it's the loading back in thing. It's like it has an issue with me being mobile. But I had to pause that candle. I could just smell it when it was burning the metal. If anyone knows what that smell is, that. Although, to be honest, they've served their purpose today. The 8-hour tea lights have done their job. Which is perfect, really. So that aside, we've done a few bits. We're going to be streaming after this for 2 hours. As quickly as we can, really, because I want to head back to the house and do a couple chores before going to bed. My week is pretty much just this now, though, until Saturday. I do need to sort an invoice out as well for work, because I did it yesterday, but it turns out I'd forgotten I'd done overtime and a storeroom thing as well. So I need to add about £25 to my invoice. It's not too bad. It's not a huge amount, but it's enough that I want it. Excuse me. Main reason I asked because someone again, American. You're talking to somebody else, aren't you? You're talking to Hannibal, aren't you? That's my. Sorry, I'm interrupting your conversation. You're doing well too. I'm okay. Okay, one day at a time as far as that's how I'm doing things. I had a lovely message from David's dad last night thanking me for the birthday present. I thought we were going to hide them from him, but apparently that didn't work. So I sent back a message. I'll see him in April. All goes to plan. Around mid to late April. Go there for a flyby. For David and his dad anyway. And until then, the only other things I've got going on, a gig on the 7th, I'm a dentist in March, but I'm also going to my niece's competition. They're doing a gymnastics competition in a place that sounds familiar to me, and I, for the life of me, cannot work out why. I asked my dad, he said it might be something to do with where we grew up, but David also felt like it rang a bell with him, and we don't know why. So, that'll be near the end of March, so looking forward to that. I don't really watch gymnastics, but I will go because my nieces, I want to support them. Got to support the kids in this. I think that's a good idea. Also, then I don't feel like I've not been there for them when they, when it's right to be there for them. Not many male influences, so it may as well be me. It could be fun. Hey, Plumpy. She's well fed today, by the way. In case anyone's curious, Plumpy has had treats. She has been spoiled rotten. She's been spoiled to the point of no return, and spoiled on a level she doesn't need to be. She's very happy with herself. I think it's also because she's on her own with me, as opposed to with the others, because they kind of bully her a little, and I don't like it. I stop them every time. So, did I ask what everyone's been up to today? I asked how everyone is today. I don't think I've asked what people have been up to. Maybe I have. I'm going to ask again because I forgot. I'm Captain Sense of Memory now. I'll take that. Give Wizzy fuss. I will do in a minute. Not just yet, because she is asleep. I'll give her a little bit of time without that first, because she'll wake up and it'll take her a while to go back to sleep otherwise. But also, I'm going to wait for the rest stop, because then I can stop and not have to worry. Nope. I'd right away. Not you. In Pokemon Yellow. Nice. That's cool. I did play a little ZA earlier. I'm at the stage where I need 500 points to get the Master Ball, which means I haven't got the shiny thing yet. And I'm waiting to get the Master Ball. I'm going to try and get Zygarde. I'm going to look at a playthrough because I feel like the third wave did me dirty. Also, I don't have a level 100 fairy type that can Mega Evolve. I only have the legendary Pokemon that's a fairy type from the game. I only have that one, and it's level 100. So I'm kind of... Gardevoir. Oh, Gardevoir. Oh, I have that. I've got Gardevoir. Yeah, that's in my team, because I got that with a... we got it for free, didn't we, with the Mega Evolve Stone? If you bought the game early or something? Yeah, I can do that. They're level 93, I think, at the moment, so I use Moonblast with them a lot, so I can just add a couple extra moves. Mystery Gift, that was it, thank you. Yeah, so I could do that. Level them up and go with that. Guarded. Yeah, they're very strong. I got to the third wave, and I got annihilated, so I need to... I got annihilated. Not my Pokemon, me. I was not ready for that. You're on my way. You're on my way. You're on my way. Sorry, but they were in my way and I wanted to go. Yeah, Zygarde's very OP though. Looking forward to the to doing that, because once I've got Zygarde, I will have technically completed that Pokédex. Well, the 231 on the initial side. I've never done that before, so I'm very excited. I think I came close to completing the Pokédex in Shield, but I think I needed a couple starters and a few trades, because I have Shield, not Sword, and yeah, I needed that done. That was about it, really. Although, my main on that, I have the Vanilla Ice Cream thing, Deluxe, Cinderace, Machamp. Why? Because someone said I couldn't win the competition with Machamp, and I was like, I bet I can. And Machamp is like one of my favourites. Why? Because they're freaking cute Goro. Exactly that, Laura. Exactly that. Get out, Maui. Wait, is Stina in the chat? I miss Stina. Oh, hi, Stina. Sorry for not saying hello sooner. I don't know why I couldn't see you there for a second. Sorry. Hope you're well. Hi, Anubis. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Places related to the history. That's nice. Museums are good. I won blue and red. I forget which, with a Beedrill. Good. I like that. I've done something similar with a Butterfree, and they're really hard to win with, because it's again, I did it with the original game with Tauruses. Why? Because Ash Ketchum had 6 of them at one point. I thought it was hilarious. Thankfully, people on the server got me all the trades I needed, and literally the only thing I need is Zygarde to complete the original, the standard Pokédex, and then I'll go and do the next part afterwards, but not before I take solace in the fact that I've done that. Although there are a few missions left to do, side ones, the Furfros, Pikachu, Ball Lake, you know. I don't know if I need the Master Ball to catch Zygarde or not, but I'd like the Master Ball anyway. I feel like I got lucky to go through that. We'll see. Any ball. Well, that's good, because I was going to use one that looks really cool and obscure, like a Love Ball or something. I think it is just that, because I like to have a little variety in my team, and Zygarde's going straight in the team. Who's coming out? Probably my Blastoise. I don't know yet. Emboar's okay, but I did catch a Alpha Charmander, and I was like, Alpha Charizard is fucking huge. Did I say that, Kitty? I could probably take Blastoise out of the team and replace him with Zygarde. Anyway, yeah, I'll see what I do. See what happens. Is it cast? It's Atreus. Oh, okay, it's Kenny. Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Although I don't really see the point, considering the games aren't that old. But at the same time, it'll be interesting to see how they play this one. Oh, who's coming out? I see what you mean now. Thank you. My brain, obviously I didn't go there, so my brain didn't instantly pick up on that. I appreciate that. That's funny. I like it. But now I've got a Blastoise in my team. My team is the two legendaries, the one that gives and the one that takes. We've got a Gardevoir, Blastoise, an Alpha Victreebel, and Emboar. But Emboar is kind of weak. I get beaten up by level 60s all the time, which is ridiculous. So I was thinking about changing that. I was thinking about it anyway. But if I did, it would be for Alpha Charizard, just cause. But then there's a chance that'll come out if I get Mewtwo anyway. Although, is Groudon available in the Mega Dimensions expansion? If Groudon is, I want Groudon. Why? Because my favourite's Ruby. And Groudon is Kang. And people go, by the way, talk brag about Rayquaza. Just give me that guy. You didn't need Emerald for Rayquaza. You can get Rayquaza in Ruby and Sapphire. I know this because I used to do it. Mega Starmie. It does look pretty cool, doesn't it? It's a very cool looking Pokemon. Hang on, wait, where am I going? Here? I think. It's a very narrow image, I couldn't tell. I like Starmie. Starmie's good. Starmie's reasonably powerful. Nowhere near as powerful as Blastoise, but still powerful. Yeah, can't go wrong. I was going to go with the, because of the vanilla ice cream thing. That one. I was considering, because I had it in Shield, having it in ZA as well. I need to look into that. I should have brought my Switch up here. I could have told you what was in my team. I think I will rejig mine to go with things that are a bit more potent, if only because of a complete... Wait, where am I going now? Here? Okay, I can't tell from these roads. They're very close together. Thank you, Laura. I was waiting for that. And Shalette, there's nothing wrong with that. We all like certain types of games, and I just gravitate to them. I still haven't completed Violet. I haven't completed it. And I got Arceus, but I never... Arceus? Yeah, I never really played it much. So I'd like to go back and do those. But I want to do them once I've completed the Pokédex in this one. So Zygarde has to be caught. Psyduck. Psyduck's cool. Golduck is funny. What's the one, Wobbuffet? Is it Wobbuffet? Is that the one? I can't remember what they're called. They look goofy as hell. It's hilarious. Poison Grass team. Not that, you know what you like, Zombroccoli. I always make sure I have one of each core type. So there has to be one fire, one water, one grass. They have to be there. So for mine, it's Emboar, Victreebel, Alpha, and Blastoise. Although I'm half tempted to change those anyway, because they're not that powerful. But Victreebel getting the Alpha Bellsprout early was a good idea, because they're monstrous. Enjoy your tea, Hannibal. I did play a little with the lipstick. Yeah, with the lipstick. That's the one. No, that's Jinx, isn't it? Isn't that Jinx? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Shit, I did play some Animal Crossing today. I built, one of the houses of 3. I got all the supplies together for the bridge and the 3 houses all done yesterday. Female gets one. I didn't know that, Zombroccoli. Thank you for letting me know. I got one new person today, paid off my loan and paid for another extension to my house, or expansion. So I've done that, and I'm going to start collecting resources next. Just use flimsy axes and cut trees for wood and fossils and stuff. That's all I'm going to do for now. Yeah, you were beaten too by Zombroccoli. Nothing wrong with that. To be fair, sorry, I didn't know that. I didn't know, so I really appreciate the information, guys. I will check Shield, because I think I was in the process of trying to catch Articuno, because I've got Zapdos and Moltres in my team. Moltres is like my favourite of the 3. And yes, I know Zapdos, OG Zapdos was the most powerful of all 3 of those 3 back then. I know. But by the standard of the 3 now, Articuno is the only one that looks similar to what they were. And Moltres is the most powerful of the 3, because seriously, it's Moltres. Articuno is best. They're gorgeous. But I always like Moltres. I really do. But I was in the process of trying to catch Articuno anyway, and I had to redo it years ago when I first did it. A cuddle poison type. Stino, surely you'd be a cuddle poison Fika giving type. Yeah? I got the Moltres. I appreciate that. I need to ask though. There's a few other legendaries in that area I was doing, and I haven't touched it in years, so I need to go back and learn how to play Shield to do that. Because that doesn't play the same as Violet, which set the stage with Arceus for what ZA is. Which I will admit is good fun. I need to get that Master Ball though. I've got some. Fighting Turkey. Damn right. Fighting Turkey's good. Is that Ho-Oh? I like those. Do you ever go to the beach? If so, you see any creatures? On Pokemon or Animal Crossing? Because Animal Crossing, I keep seeing a hermit crab and I keep forgetting to get my net out. And hello, Starlet. Hope you're well. I'm okay. Hope you are too. I've been improving basically as much as I can. Really enjoying using the resin printer. There's a couple models. I want to print some now. I want to get the resin printer, the Elagoon Mars 2. I want to try and get it to print a tabletop model that I can cure and maybe paint. I'm looking forward to trying. Hope you're enjoying Animal Crossing there, Hannibal. I did mention while you were gone that I've been playing it. I've got my 3 houses built. Well, one's built, the other 2... I basically yesterday put the first bridge in, and I got all the supplies for the 3 new neighbours. One arrived today. I've also been to an island for Harvey, looked at his house, paid off my loan and got an expansion, which we do tomorrow. But I sold basically everything I owned to do it. So I need to... I've got more carrots growing as well, and I put a little yard in place for them. I figured I'd make a small farm for myself with different vegetables when chance arises. Also, I've just realised I've not been looking at my screen for the past minute, and I've somehow managed to not crash. I played AC in so long. So I only started playing it again recently because of people on the server. And I nipped in this morning after work, I'll probably drop in before I go to bed. I'm gonna this evening after we've done a foodie stream. I'm gonna play some Pokemon for a bit. I need to do some more the Royale stuff. I need those 500 points. Easiest way is either to do 51 more battles, or there's another one. Get 4 more Mega Evolution stones. But that's going to cost me Mega Shards, and I don't have any. I don't have enough, so I need to go and do that as well. So it's a bit of a tricky one. Hello, Monica. Hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. We're past. Oh, I haven't got there yet. With the garden, I've done the yard thing. No pathways just yet. Like my island's a bit of a mess still. I also built a snowman and got an ice bed, which is what I saw on the server yesterday. That ice bed was brand new, because my bed's actually a Lego one. Not because I'm a fan of Lego, just to be clear, I just did it because I thought it was funny. And I've got the expansion for the house coming, so however much bigger it gets, I'll make a small bedroom with it. See what I can do, basically. You're not allowed to come to my island. I invited Hanny and she called me a bitch. I'm sorry to hear that. She sent me a gift for something, and I was half tempted to send her back a squid, only to find out I can't send squids. How many? Just one, Monica. Mia put paid to the others joining because she hurt her back. She did some damage to it with dining room chairs by rubbing her back up against them too aggressively. And the other dogs are staying with her because they will keep her calmer. Wizzy Woo's the only dog here, which is fine by me because Wizzy Woo is all I need here today. Build a farm for the puppies. If only I could. Oh look, another weigh-in. As I said I would be. Every time. If you get one, you'll get every single one. This is handy, there's a weighing station and a slap stop just over there. Just the betting it doesn't acknowledge me being here. Hang on. I'm a decoupler. That, are we? Okay. So for this to make sense, you'd have to know the trailer won't go into the space, so I have to park in a different spot so that it will allow me to go to slab. And then I have to reverse into my truck, to the trailer to get the slab. Yeah. And because of course I want to be doing this time of night. Okay. This will take a minute. Do forgive. Hi Zakuza, hope you're well. Hannibal did nice me when I first started my new island up, because I haven't played it in a while. It gave me a bunch of everything. I had no storage, so I had to be very careful. Oh, I see. Try this way. I can't get it right this time. There we go. Well done, us, everyone. Yes, praise me. New Defiler. I got the image on my phone just as I was leaving to go to work. So yes, I saw it via Instagram story. I did go on their website yesterday because I placed an order for those new Space Marine heads, as I'd like to use some of those for my third company, Raven Guard. Somebody had on social media speculated some of the Space Marine heads were actually female Space Marines. I kind of know what they mean, but no. And the new Defiler looks amazing, by the way. Very Demon Engine. Whose island is beautiful, Hannibal? Garden Paths. Sorry, I'm making sure I read the chat because I don't want to fall behind you, lovely people. Makes the same noise backing up. She does. But she usually has this vehicle as reversing, or going off behind her. Right, let's go. Doing okay so far. We're nearly an hour into this lovely stream. It's going quite well so far. Looking forward to getting further through. Oh, I need to be on this lane anyway. Red signal offense. It was green. Okay. But yeah, the Defiler looked good. You're not really a Chaos person, though, are you? Yeah, it has to be different, though, from the Classic. The Classic is a great model, by the way. The Defiler model, the OG one, is great. But it had to adapt and improve with the times. Everything's going Demon Engine in that respect, so it made more sense to give it that Demon Engine look. Whereas before it looked like more of a Walker machine. I do like the original version. I will admit. So when they first introduced those, they put them in a battle report with the Black Templars. And they bigged up the Defiler. Bigged it up. And then the Emperor's Champion came along and smote at Defiler in round 2. It was the funny, because I'm a big Emperor's Champion fan, always have been. I was so happy it happened. I cried with laughter when I was reading it. I've still got the magazine, in fact, because I was a big fan. Got some Thousand Suns. I have one box of the not original Rubric Marines, but the last generation, somewhere in my pile of shame, but I just don't get to it. Yeah, so the Defiler, I remember reading the report. What happened was the Emperor's Champion, he died in the process, but he walked up to it and buried his sword right through it. As it detonated, he got caught in the blast and died. But he did exactly what was expected on the tin, and he annihilated it. And they only had one on the table, which is even funnier. The Sekhmet Coven Battle Force, getting the Mutalith Vortex Beast out of this. Oh, really? That's nice. Yeah. I still haven't done my Death Watch kill team because David treated me. Went into the Warhammer shop. I don't know if you know Starlet. He went in there and I asked him to simply say, surprise me. He got me a kill team Necrons and then Necron Catan Nightbringer. Well, I'm still working on my Death Watch kill team. I've only primed them. So they're first. Once I've done the train on my table, they're first. I really do need to do some painting eventually. I just need to bring myself to do it. Yeah. MVB is online only. Discount retailers always sell it at full price. Well, look up XPG if you get a chance. They're a local business. Well, a couple train journeys for me, but they always undercut the price for GW at least. I don't know if they have any of that stuff, but I've seen some of the boxes in their shop. They're pretty good. They're called Upgrade Gaming, and they're lovely people. They really are. They've been going for 2 years, and they do pretty good prices. They're usually slightly cheaper than GW at least, because they're not allowed to go too much lower, because GW will sever your license to sell their stuff. Yeah, they're not bad. I like them. Good blokes. Oh, good bloke. Guy owns it. It is really nice. It's a nice straight journey down, isn't it? I know they had the Far Sight Cadra, whatever it's called, Cadra. Yeah, that was quite. Yeah, that looked tasty. I didn't want it. I'm not a towel person. I know you are though. So what does everyone have planned for the rest of their day today? After this, of course, I'm streaming. Gonna stream on the Omegon live channel. Hopefully, more people join. Great if people did. It'd be nice to see more people, so I can e-bag it, of course. And then I'm gonna just chill out for a bit. Yeah. Check the glue work on the paint holders first as well. Go from there, really. I don't know why I did that. AW Tower Hammerheads are nice. The Tower Hammerheads are gorgeous. Pricing all the fun stuff is wild. Agreed. It's getting a bit expensive, really, isn't it? I think I've only bought this year, Warhammer-wise, the Catan Nightbringer and the Kill Team to match, and I bought the Space Marine heads, which is about it, really. I'd be tempted to stick one of those on a Kill Team guy if I could be bothered, but the heads are on. I haven't stuck the heads on, so I could do that. I could do it. I'm sorry you hate the humidity. Oh, you have high humidity there, do you? I'm sorry to hear that. Work for the next 9 hours. I hope it goes well for you there, by the way. I hope it goes marvellously, in fact. Back home from doing dog sitting. I hope that's going well for you. So you've done it a few times recently, haven't you? I think this one's the next one. Range has the gun I want in stock. Same price as the printer I've been saving for. I'll get the printer first. What kind of printer are we talking? Are we talking 3D printer, or are we thinking like just an inkjet? Weirdly, since I got my Creality K1, I've been getting a lot of ads for printers, and so I'm looking at them. Oh, Bamboo. So I found out my neighbour, he has a Bamboo. He has an AMS Bamboo printer. He was sorting out the nozzle the other day, which is a whole component. And he's the one I got the spare parts for my Ender 3 from with his. And he has a Bamboo with a separate AMS dryer, which holds 4 spools. It's a really nice system, it really is. It's really nice, and I might get the dryer at the end of the month. I know it's on the wish list, but I will just get it if at the end of the month. I could get it again anyway, that's fine. I do want to get that just to be safe. So I do have in a drawer, and I earlier tested it. I have a printer pen, and I tested that today while I was waiting for my nieces to come home, but the cable, the power cord is so short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to my bedroom this evening, because I can sit at my desk in my bedroom, and the plug's right next to my desk on the wall. So I'm going to test it tonight there instead, and see if I can make a pair of glasses for a laugh with it, because why not? So I might do that this evening. I got one of those crabs. Can't send it per mail. Animal Crossing. Yeah, I saw that because I was going to send you a squid and I couldn't. But congratulations on getting crabs. I think. Comes with AMS, but not the AMS2 that has the dryer function. So I'm guessing he has that then, because he has the whole 4-unit dryer thing. It's a really nice printer. It really is. I went with Creality because I've used them for years with the Ender 3. It made sense. The Elegoo Mars 2, I think Now I'm feeling more comfortable with it, with the water washable filament, resin, sorry, and the curing chamber. I think I'll be more comfortable using Elegoo products going forward for resin. Hence why I'm gonna try and test it with a power bank. Just see what the power usage is while it's running. That makes sense. I can do that. He bought his when he won pretty big actually on the postcode lottery. We don't play it ourselves, but a number of neighbours did, and they got loads of money for it. And he got paid off some bills, got some solar on his house, and then he got himself a treat. His kids as well, I think. Kid's wife all got a treat, and he got himself a 3D printer in his very sturdy shed. It's a very sturdy shed. I like him a lot. He's a lovely man. Known him since my family first moved here in 2005. So I've known him 21 years. Nearly 21 actually, because we moved here in May or June of 2005. He's always been a nice guy to me. So, from what I've discovered, Starlet, is that the only issue with the smell is the resin, but when you pour it into the curing tray, yeah, once you've set it all up, you put a cover over it, and that resin stays in there, could stay up there for maybe a week or two, what you put in there before it's useless, to be honest. The cover has a rubber seal around the edges, and that keeps the smell in. The smell isn't that bad. It really isn't. I promise you it's not. If you clean with isopropyl alcohol, which most resins, unless they're water washable as it's called, if they're not water washable, then use isopropyl alcohol at 99.5%. Yeah, that stuff reeks. It really does. But I went water washable because I wanted I wanted to reduce the smell. The plastic doesn't smell great, but to be honest, it's not bad. It really isn't. And you can buy an enclosure anyway, a fume box with a pipe, and then you could run the pipe to a near window. That's all you have to do. I want to get a fume box, but I don't really need it, to be honest. It's not that bad. So I don't mind. I've got resin here that's not water washable. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to stick with the water washable because I think it's a better idea. And the wash chamber, you've got to make sure it has a basket inside you take out when you clean things. You don't want the water, you don't want the chamber to, you don't want it to rust. And you buy a curing chamber that does both, because the curing chamber then has a magnet at the bottom that causes a cyclone inside the wash box that cleans it. You set it for like 10 minutes, it'll clean everything off. You cure the model for about 25 minutes, and you're golden. You'll learn how to zero your machine as well, which takes a minute. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it. I've made some chess pieces, which I put on the server. Yeah, and they're quite cheap. You can get an Elegoo Mars 4 for $150 now, which isn't bad. I think my Mars 2 cost more when I bought it brand new 4 years ago. I slightly regret that I didn't try it sooner, but I don't regret that I've tried it now, because those chess pieces are just test models, but they look great. They really do. And the mint green water washable filament finished quite nicely, so yeah, I have no real issue. I'd be tempted to make a whole chess set if I could. Just because I could. Because why not? 3D vacuum tube to vent the fumes using a PC fan. That's a good idea. Really good idea. The fumes in this instance on the resin one are minimal. For me, I think it's not that bad. Once you put the rubber seal around the top, which obviously stops UV light getting in anyway, it's surprisingly not that bad. I did it in the kitchen, and my sisters also mentioned it smelled, but only when you got really close, and only when the lid was off for a few seconds. It's just, yeah. Yeah, it had stairs inside, and also had a spiral, like, double helix twirl going through the middle of it, without the connectors, so 2 wires spinning as well. And it was I think it was the point of showing you how versatile the printer is. because there were some random holes on it that were there on purpose. Ridges, lips, and other markers. It's very versatile. I did 4 in the end, not intentionally. I tried to print a Pokemon yesterday. It misprinted. I will learn from this mistake and try again next weekend. Yeah, because I will get it right. I just got to learn how to use Chitubox, the software it recommended I use for it. That's easy enough. Right, let's put the cruise control on because my foot's planted the whole time and it doesn't need to be. So as I've mentioned, after this we're going to be doing a Foodie Beauty stream. I have no idea where we are with her, but we did look at the gym stuff yesterday, so hopefully today we can maybe find some rage. She always builds up for it, or crashes out, or crashes in general, really. So if we're lucky with the 2 hours we have, we'll find it. I do need to disassemble this all first quickly. It'll take me about 5-10 minutes just to get this out of the room. Get a couple candles in here as well, because none on now. Just get a little residual heat going if possible, because the temperature's starting to go down slightly in here, which is less than ideal. I did try over the weekend to get my Ender 3 to work properly again, but there are functions on it that aren't working properly. Usually it zeroes when you zero it, got it all balanced. It'll go up and then go across to the center, then start printing in the middle. This won't. It just starts printing wherever it wants to, and I feel that's a fault that I need to work out. So I've got to work on that at some point. Give me the core damp and overheat fatigue. I'm sorry you're hot. Oh, that's a weird flex. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't mind the prices are going down, as long as people enjoy them. That makes me happy, because the more people enjoy that stuff, the better. I really do. I want people to enjoy what they have. I'm glad that I'm finally trying the resin side, because the filament side I had down for years. I printed the Judge badge on the resin one and on the K1. So the Mars 2 printed one and the K1 Reality printed one. I preferred the result of the K1 because it had more texture to it, whereas the K1, the Elegoo was remarkably smooth. You're welcome, Kitty. I would bet money that she gets a scooter for her trip. I can believe that. I really can. This is why the Scooter Sanctuary is important, guys. To stop incidents like this from happening. We must save these innocent scooters. The quality is still there. It is. I think that's important when it comes to products in general. Why is she going? I don't know why, and I'm curious where the money's coming from for it. Because I don't think she has as much money as she thinks she does. I think she's got a loan, or she's stolen it from somebody. There's no way she's earned enough money. It's just not possible. Hi, Leona. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Hope work is treating you alright. My purpose is I don't think the resin holds up. That's fair. I like to use it for... I want to learn to use it for models. That's it, really. Not to sell, just so I can make them. Yeah, just a bit of fun, really. Which is all that matters to me. Probably Zakuza, and I could believe they gave her like a 9k limit or something, and she's already blown through most of it. I can believe that. The interest payment on that alone would be stupid. It would be astronomical with her credit rating. It's the dumbest thing she could do. Somewhere different from her apartment. That's a fair point, Monica. We'll see if we can find one of her streams more recently if she goes out at all. We just have to be careful with the music side. That's the issue. If we can find one that doesn't have too much copyrighted music, then we're okay. She did Heaven on Earth last time, can't risk the stream getting demonetized because of that. I don't get enough views. Oh, excuse me. I don't get enough views to justify that kind of stupidity on my part. So I've got to be a little bit careful. Above everyone else, she does think that. Amber thinks it too. New video of which will be available after this stream because I forgot to make it public. Because I have moments when my brain shuts down. Apparently that was one of those moments. Oh. Little shits. Well, this work's not too bad for you there, Leona. It's the country. She will. She will. Most of us think she'll go back to Syria given the chance. Icky's a word, right? Certainly if you take into account that skank Rachel is yet again in the DMs of Emily. Again. I'm just sat here like, we English disavow you. You hoe. Filthy, filthy hoe. So many hypocrites. I can't stand it. I don't understand how you can be such a hypocrite as well. And try and act high and mighty when you're getting all up in the DMs of another hoe. Like, seriously. Anyone who wants a less than intelligent dog. I have Lizzie, so no thank you. And it's not because she's stupid, she's the most intelligent of all intelligent dogs there could ever be in the worlds of intelligent dogs. She's amazing. Don't you know? My apologies for that. Hanny has been in your DMs. Fair enough. Not my place to judge. The fun part about watching videos in her apartment is like I Spy. Oh, the I Spy game, yeah. It's only because people never seem to. It takes ages for people to get the answers usually. That's interesting. It's hard to find though anything to do I Spy with when everything is so beige. It is just beige. If there was a competition for being the most beige, Chantal would win. She'd get a trophy and everything. Yes, I'm speeding and I don't care. Can't catch me. I'm the John Cena of trucks. You can't see me either. Language barrier. Yeah. I also blame her for basically putting herself in a position where she's so impoverished. The only thing interesting in her flat is a trash mountain. Or her cat walking around meowing at everything. Because cat. If I had a cat that did that, the cat would be getting cuddles all the time. But not forced, seriously. And no baby voice going, what this, what this? Oh, what this, what this? Please. All the speed. No broccoli. All of it. The thing is, I can only do 65 miles per hour at most anyway. The truck is intentionally, like, limited. When you've got cargo, you can't go above 65. When you don't, I could do 80, maybe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. You said you can go in front of me. I don't recall consenting to that. Okay, well, they're in front of me anyway. What this? What this? What this? What this? In case you're wondering, cruise control's automatically moving itself to be slower, so I don't ram them, and I don't have to have my foot on a pedal then. I will admit, I do like these little things. Anyway, is there anything else going on? Oh, I'm just going to yawn. Sorry. Sorry if the driving gives anyone anxiety. I'm not a very good driver. But at least I'm honest enough to admit that. That was risky. Is this the right one? Looks right. Hello? Not driving too bad now. 65. 55 technically, we're speeding up now. Don't drive and drive through trees. Oh, don't try and drive through trees. I couldn't help it. I just saw it and thought, YOLO swag fam. You know? You know? Is that not the 389? No, this is the Kenworth W900. It's not the Peterbilt, mate. Yeah, Kenworth. See? W900. Peterbilt do nice trucks, though. They do. The Cabbage Patch thing, I love it. Discord is trying to require everyone to provide face or ID scans to use soon. Really? Well, that's going to kill the platform, isn't it? If ever there was a time that Discord wanted to collect all your data, and unjustly so, I might add, and kill the entire platform, that's the way to do it. Because I won't use it if they do that. Not that I need an excuse not to use Discord. I won't be using it because I don't want to. I don't want to be giving over ID to people who could lose it in a DDoS attack. I don't want that. I have a Freightliner. Oh, do you? Nothing wrong with that. Delicious. Freightliners are nice. I just have an issue with them and Mac, where their wing mirrors are too far away on the left side. So I have to have my viewer like that, and I think that's wrong. It needs to be so I can just have my steering wheel centered like this. If it's centered, then it's right. If it's not, then it's rubbish. If it ain't Peterbilt, then it's shitty built. Oh, fair enough. My W900 has been with me since the beginning. Because when they first started this game, 10 years ago I might add, it's our 10-year anniversary now for this game, they only had two trucks. The Kenworth T680 and a Peterbilt 2-something-9, I think. And they introduced the W900 for free, which I got and kept ever since. I, in fact, leveled this account just so I could have it, just so I could get this truck. It was a single day cab when I first got it. You know, that was how hard. Level 5 or 10s when you get your first upgrade to have a sleeper cab. Yeah, that's what I had back then, and now with all the trucks they have, I mean, I love the looks, of course, I test them out. But this is my truck, this is my dog, as it were, you know? So I'll always use this one. The base Peterbilt does 102. Does it? Nice. Because what I want is more crashing. Hint, hint. I get you. I'm just happy with this. The only trucks I think are surprisingly nice, yet not that good, are the Volvo VNLs. They are so comfortable and soft, but they're actually, from what I've heard from truck drivers in the States, they're shit. They are the Iveco of European trucks, whereas in our continent as a whole, Volvo FH16s are the coup de grace. They're the creme de la creme of those trucks, you know. Although I think the newer Ivecos do look good. I saw Discord is going to... Oh no, I've already read that. Thought that was a new message. Too soft. That makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. I don't know why I saw that message twice on my end. I think my eyes are malfunctioning. Even though I'm malfunctioning as a whole, which could be true. Just keep it at 32, so I don't know how much I'm going to go in this lane. Started with a Mack. Not bad. Macks are good trucks. Yeah, they're good. They're all nice trucks. I like the look of... Is it International? Is that who they are? The front grille looking as bonkers as it does. I love the look. It just looks mean. But I don't like where the mirror is. It's too far away. Yeah, I don't either, Kitty. I will not give over my ID. I can't get onto certain Discord tabs on other people's servers because they have NSFW stuff, and in the UK I have to verify my age. Well, I don't need to see their NSFW shite, so I don't bother. Yay. Not be there yet. I can't view my own NSFW duels in Discord. Yeah, you get it. I don't need to see NSFW shite anyway, so it doesn't bother me. Like going on to adult sites. You have to have, in the UK, you need to provide some kind of selfie scan or photo ID, don't you? On sites that claim they don't store your information. Well, I'm not using you anyway, so I don't really care. I just know it was a big complaint, and a just one, because you're basically just telling parents they're not good enough to look after their own kids, which is true. Soft parenting has led us to this problem, but the government has to be more involved in everyone's lives when they shouldn't be. We're in Louisiana then. Tell we are because the bloody roads, the water, sorry. UK is doing a bang-up job protecting its people. Indeed it is. As is well established, boobs are the most terrifying and scary thing in the world. Sorry, in the world. Kitty, put them away. Thank you. The sharp pointy thing, completely different problem. Oh, Zombroccoli. F in the chat for Zombroccoli. Just government who every time we have something like census or something like that, we get hacked. Your government is funnier because yours barely survive a term before they get taken over by people within the party itself. Like every single time it's a coup. Your leader ends up getting ousted. How many prime ministers have you had in the past 20 years complete one single successful term? Like, it's ridiculous. Your party just stabs each other in the back and then does nanny state enthusiast bullshit anyway. They are Anubis. They are the root cause of all evil. She does, Zakuza. She always whips them out. We can't be having this. Am I going to a body of water? I am. You can wait. Apparently. The hell? Apparently we're... Wait, what? Apparently we're crossing a tiny body of water in a boat. Alright. Yeah, Zakuza was talking about your boobs, Kitty. We are indeed floating, yes. Apparently I am, Monica, yeah. It's kind of cool. Little boat ferry across the water. This can't be Louisiana. Not for that. Though we're right at the end of the stream. Running out of time. 1,000 miles is enough. We literally just went across. Okay. You need to show me his ID to see those. Zakuza, you've been sent rules. You must submit photo ID to see things. Yes. Can I go now? to... Where's my cargo? Where's my cargo gone? It's not there. That'll be why. Nice. I lost connection to the world of trucks. Right, well, what a perfect time to end the stream then, I guess. I'm going to quickly go to Rumble, though, because I do need to do more raiding. And do forgive me on that front. But it's beneficial to me to have more of those done. So give me a sec just for the Rumble side especially. I see why my internet's being laggy. That is painful. Do you want to be less pain or more pain? Because less would be great right now. Do a random streamer, yeah? I go random person, no idea who they are. Confirm the raid. Thank you for joining, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll be back in a bit. Hopefully see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.